Well, it'll be another tough day for firefighters here in Utah. A number of blazes are still burning out of control. 3 fires are closing in on the town of Eureka. That's in Juab County. Residents are on alert for a possible evacuation now. The Mona fire just south of town has already burned over 25,000 acres. 2 new fires are also burning in Tooele County near the Skull Valley Indian Reservation. Those blazes have already destroyed a couple of structures, and one is burning very close to a hazardous waste plant. Crews are also still on the scene of the fire in Alpine, and that one rekindled just yesterday. Time to check in with Janine Golightly. She's up at Hill Air Force Base this morning, checking on those planes that are helping fight the fires, right, Janine?
That's right. Actually, a lot of fires burning in Utah right now, and I have good news. It's raining right now. I don't know how big of a storm this will turn into, but it is raining right now. I have John Teague with me. First of all, he's the crew chief, and his people actually come in and take care, maintain these planes, and make sure everything's in working order. Tell us a little bit more about that, John.
Well, when the planes take off and drop a load of fire trawl, they'll be back within 30 to 45 minutes, and we have to reload them, refuel them, and check the plane over to make sure it's airworthy.
Okay, and what does that actually involve, checking it over? Does it take a long time to do that?
Usually on each sort, it don't usually take about 15 minutes. You just kind of look it over from the outside.
Okay, now I notice there's a lot of stuff going on down here. Tell us a little bit more. What's happening here? Is this how you refuel the plane, or?
Correct. This is our fire trawl line. That'll hold about 3,000 gallons on each drop. We fill it up with that, and also have to charge it with air, and then refuel it.
Okay, so 3,000 gallons per drop. And can they only, see, I don't know much about this, can they only drop once and then they have to come back in?
Most of them. We got one that dropped twice.
So they come in, get that fire retardant in the plane, fly out, drop once, come back.
Right.
And how much area does that actually cover?
You'd have to ask the colonel on that one.
Okay, you're not sure on that. Okay, this is, what kind of a plane is this? It looks like it's just your basic carrier plane.
A C-130.
Okay, and so it's actually the stuff that's inside that makes it so that you can use this as a fire plane.
Correct.
And we're going to take a tour of the inside of this plane when we come back in just a few minutes. What kinds of things will we see in there?
You'll see the MAFFS unit. That's a modular aerial firefighting system. It's loaded in the back.
Okay, and it's actually pretty interesting to look at. So, Mary, when we come back, we're going to take a look inside the plane. We're also going to find out a little bit more about the fire situation right now, how it looks, and take a look at that red stuff, that fire retardant, and tell you a little bit more about that too.
Okay, and they don't make drops this early in the morning. Why is that?
That's right. They don't start until 11 in the morning because they go for 12-hour shifts, and they really want to hit it when it's cooler at night. So the crews actually sleep. They go 12 hours on and 12 hours off.
Yikes.
So they won't start until 11 today.
And they're very busy.
They are.
Okay, Janine, we'll check back with you in a little bit and see the inside of the plane. Cool stuff this morning.
You're watching 2 News This Morning.
Good morning and welcome back. It is 6:30 on this Thursday morning, and Janine, I'm jealous. Are you jealous? She gets to play at a plane?
You know, hey, Janine.
Yeah.
You want to seem like you're really smart?
Yeah.
Next time you talk to somebody, say, well, so how many hours does this Hercules put in during the day? Okay?
Is that its nickname?
It's a C-130 Hercules.
Well, see, now no one will think I'm smart because they'll know you told me to say it.
No, don't tell them.
But they don't know. The people there
don't
know.
know. Smart to them.
I'm just a voice in your head. Okay?
Okay.
That's all I am.
Hey,
That would be scary.
hey, Sterling, is this storm going to turn into anything?
No.
No.
It's not raining still, is it?
It's just sprinkling.
Yeah, just a drop or two.
It's kind of nice to feel the cool wind, actually.
Yeah, that's actually coming out of Weber Canyon there.
I like it.
Hillfield gets that a lot right there.
Well, see, I don't spend too much time up here, so.
Yeah, I know. It's Davis County. And
I
She's
know.
a southern girl.
Yeah,
That's right.
Utah down in Happy Valley.
That's right.
Oh, I'm jealous because I love airplanes, so
Well,
it's cool to see the inside.
It's cool to see the inside of this. We're going to go in when we come back and show you a little bit more, take you on a tour.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Good to have you back, Janine.
Thanks.
I'm jealous. You got to spend time on Air Force One and cool planes like that.
I did,
though.
and actually that C-130 Hercules, I flew all over Vietnam.
Really?
Yeah, in the back of those things. And you know what? They stink.
Do they? Probably smells worse with all the fire retardant
yeah, they really
in it.
do.
Well,
They have a distinct odor. Anyway, it's your weather first on 2 News This Morning. Thanks for joining us.
it is 6:48 now. We want to check in with Janine Golightly. Janine, have you been watching Survivor?
I have not been watching Survivor.
Yeah, Gabby's not letting you watch TV.
That's right. She has other priorities for me.
Hey, now, the plane that you're in right now, I think we have video of it dumping stuff on fires.
We do, as a matter
We
of
do?
fact.
Okay.
Yes.
And I don't know if you can see it, but it is so neat to watch these planes in action and just dumping, well, I don't know how much of that fire retardant on the fire tailpipe.
It is. In fact, we're gonna talk to you a little bit later about how much fire retardant that is, and give you a look at the back of the plane where it actually drops.
Okay.
Right now, we're in the front of we're actually in the cockpit. I tell you, when I get in a plane like this and I look in the cockpit, I'm so impressed with pilots that they can learn to fly a plane like this. But we want to talk. I have Larry Biggers with me. He's a lieutenant, and he's actually in charge of this operation. And Lieutenant, tell us what is the drop like? What happens when you're actually going to do the drop?
Well, from the left seat, you're just flying the aircraft, and when we come into the fire, there's an aircraft above that has already assessed the fire condition, along with ground personnel, and they've made the determination of where this drop needs to be. And so we come into the area and take our turn hooking up with a lead plane, which is a Forest Service aircraft. And they have already decided where we're going to go, so we pretty much take our station and just follow them down the mountain. And as we're doing that, we're maintaining 150 feet above the terrain so that we get the proper dispersal of the agent. And we fly this aircraft following the lead plane down the mountain. As on the right seat there, the co-pilot would hit the box there you see to the right.
Right here. So I'm in charge over here.
You would be the bombardier today, and you would line up and see the starting point, and you just make a visual calculation of when you need to hit that button. There's no really fancy way of figuring that out. You just got to hit it. Try not to overlap because you waste the agent. Or if you go too late, you would gap it and the fire would burn through again.
It's a science. I mean, you really, I guess it's not really a science. You have to learn to feel.
It is.
What it's like.
Takes practice, and it's an expensive thing if you miss it. So,
right.
And then you have lives and property at danger there.
That's right. How many, okay, one load is dropped each time you go up. How much, tell us again, how much is in that load?
We drop about 3,000 gallons. That's the advantage of this mission. There are only 4 units in the United States, military units, that complement the Forest Service. And we're one of those 4 units that do that. And this unit holds 3,000 gallons, which is quite a bit.
Okay.
And
well, we're gonna talk a little bit more about that operation and go into the back of the plane. Were you actually able to see some of that video, Mary?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's very impressive to see the planes, especially with video from Sky 2. I mean, it's flying right along with them.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a question for the pilot, Janine.
Okay.
With these hot temperatures, and I know it takes longer to take off, are they considered at a full payload when they have that slurry on board? Is it harder for them to take off? Ask him if it's harder to take off.
Take off in the heat.
It is. That is one of the dangers of this whole mission. We're carrying so much weight back there, and of course we're at high altitude here, and the temperatures do definitely affect the performance of the aircraft.
Okay. All right. There's the answer to your question.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I can never fly this plane. I can't even see over the dashboard.
Okay. You need a booster seat, Janine.
That's right.
Tell them thanks for not dropping any of that stuff on my house.
Yeah,
I'll
really.
tell 'em,
Okay. Thanks a lot, Janine.
All
We'll
right.
check back and see the back, see what that stuff is.
Yeah, slurry or
whatever it is.
Weird stuff.
We'll be back in about 3 minutes. Sterling will have your weather first to get you out the door. Right now, we'll give you a look at, well, it's time to check with Janine Golightly this morning. She's giving us an inside look at those planes that are helping all the firefighters across the West. And Janine, are you inside yet?
Not yet. We're actually standing under the tail, and you can see into the back of the plane. We're going to go up inside there next, but kind of gives me goosebumps standing under here. It is so cool to be under this great big plane.
Now, cool as in neat or cool as in cold?
Cool as in neat.
Okay, I think so too. I love airplanes like that. It's really neat to be inside and see how it works.
So yeah, we'll show you how that fire retardant comes out.
Okay, too bad you can't go up in it today.
I know.
Maybe next time.
All right.
Thanks a lot, Janine. We'll check back in a little bit.
Okay.
Now it's time to check back in with Janine Golightly, who should consider herself chastised for calling a colonel a lieutenant. Janine.
I heard, tell Sterling, as far as I know, I think he's a civilian also, isn't he, Sterling?
Are you?
But I was in
retired. He was in the Air Force.
Oh, all right, all right.
10 years.
Yeah,
so he knows military stuff.
I did a lot of
called him
saluting.
lieutenant, I know. You should have seen the look on his face when I did. No.
Hey.
This is Colonel Larry Biggers.
Hey, life was simpler as a lieutenant. I'd go back to that in a minute.
And actually, Jeremy noticed right here by this on your sleeve that was your rank, and I would not have known that.
I can prove I am.
There you go. Well, listen, we are sitting in the back of this plane now. This is interesting. It's very cool to be sitting back here. Tell us a little bit about what happens when it takes off.
Well, we take off, and we have the load masters back here that run this system. And this is a system of about 3,000 gallons 500-600 gallon tanks, and we put the fire retardant in there. Then we have another tank system that we pressurize with air. And of course the air then pushes the fire retardant out. But we don't want that charged while we're flying because that would cause problems if it went off in the aircraft. So the load masters run this panel to make sure that it's properly armed when we get ready to make the drop.
Okay, now the back end of this plane is always open. So when you take off, you actually can see right out the back of the plane.
Yeah, it's very pretty back here. You don't usually get to see that, but you see the Earth sort of drifting away, and you're just getting higher and higher. It's really nice.
And we actually have a couple of guys that came in the last 15 minutes that are doing some maintenance on the plane.
Yes, there are a lot of personnel behind the scenes. You know, I guess as pilots you think we get all the credit, but to make this thing happen, we have MAFFS mechanics working on this to make sure it's going to work today when we get out there to make the drops.
So it takes a lot of people to make this kind of a mission possible.
It does. A lot of people behind the scenes.
So what are the guys that are there actually guys sitting in these chairs when how many people in the plane? 5?
Well, up front we have 2 pilots, an engineer, and a navigator. And then back here you have a minimum of 2 load masters. And they do run this system. Once we're airborne and over the fire, they'll take these tubes that you see retracted and lower those tubes down outside the aircraft. That's what sprays the fire retardant onto the fire.
Okay.
They properly arm it and get it ready and charged. As we said earlier, then the co-pilot on the right side would actually hit the button to make the drop. Now, if we have an emergency, we have to do an emergency dump, and either the co-pilot will hit that or the load master. Okay,
and actually we've run out of time, but very interesting to look back here. We're going to see the fire retardant when we come back, and I wish we could actually take off and show you that, but not today.
That's okay. We have beautiful video.
Good.
Don't get it on your clothes, Janine.
That's why I wore this color.
Yucky, sticky stuff. Thanks a lot, Janine. We'll check back with you, and we'll be back with your weather first and a check of the traffic. We want to check in with Janine Golightly. We've been fascinated. She gets to be up in this huge plane.
C-130 Hercules.
The C-130 Hercules that dump all the fire retardant, and they're helping all the firefighters, right, Janine?
That's right. We just watched a plane take off. That was very noisy.
What is it? What kind of a plane?
What was that?
Come on,
that
Janine.
Took off? What took off?
It's an F-16.
An F-16.
Oh, okay, that's what it sounded like.
Yeah, it was very loud. Okay, there it goes.
3 more, at least.
3 more. Uh-oh.
Those are cool.
Good timing, you guys.
Oh.
2 more to go after this, but we're going to try to talk over them.
I want to fly in one of those.
I know. Let's just watch those take off all morning. That's pretty fun to do.
I want to see that pink stuff.
Yeah, we're going to show you that pink stuff. I have Bill Nelson here with me. He's with the Forest Service, and we're with the Forest Service, right?
Right.
I keep getting these looks this morning. Okay, we want to...
You got it right. Forest Service, not forestry.
Oh, okay.
What's his
All right.
rank, Janine?
What's your rank, Bill?
What's my rank? Actually, I'm a district ranger over on the Pikes Peak Ranger District in Colorado Springs.
You had to ask. Okay.
Yeah.
We want to see this pink stuff, this fire retardant. We're actually going to show... These tankers right here are holding how many gallons?
Each tank holds 10,000 gallons of retardant.
Wow.
And that's enough to supply enough to drop all day long. And so they have semi-trucks that come in here every day and haul more retardant in. The retardant itself is mixed 5 to 1, 5 parts water to 1 part of retardant, so that stretches it out a lot further.
Okay, mostly water. And we're going to actually walk back here and take a look. There's some in this little pool back here, and you can get a better look of what it looks like. Tell us a little bit about what we're seeing here.
Well, this is actually a pool that is used to capture some of the retardant that was spilled on the ground when the retardant came in from the trucks. The trucks are in a area that captures all that, and so then it's drug over or pumped over here using a sump pump, and then it goes through all of this mechanism here, which is used to actually load the planes. And so this is pumped into the plane rather than becoming any kind of a hazardous spill of any sort.
And it's pretty sticky stuff.
It's very sticky stuff, and it's designed that way on purpose so that when it's dropped out of the aircraft that it will adhere to whatever it falls on and then help slow down and last for several hours and serve as a retardant to the approaching flames that way.
And I wish we had more time to tell you things, but each plane is doing 8 drops a day, roughly?
Roughly, that's what they're doing. The first couple of days were a little bit slow, but since that time we're running about 23 missions out of here every day.
Okay, and he also told me 48 planes up in the air in the western states.
Of those, 40 would be commercial tankers, and then we have the 8 MAFFS units, 4 of which are located here. 2 of those came from North Carolina, and the other 2 came from Wyoming. out in California. We have 2 from Colorado Springs and 2 from California.
Janine?
Okay, yes, Sterling.
Well, what if the fire doesn't actually burn the foliage? Does it harm the plants? Does it kill the plants?
He wonders if the fire doesn't actually burn the foliage, does it hurt the plants?
No, it doesn't. It's actually a chemical fertilizer, and it's ammonium phosphate is what it is. So
Wow.
no, it does not hurt them.
Okay, very interesting.
Okay, it has been an interesting morning, and I like the high-tech pool they use. That's
I know.
pretty cool.
Little kiddie pool.
Thanks, Janine.
All right.
We'll be right back.
I've been a big